Everybody, it's Charles Harper here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the book, if you've read it, and most of you probably have, called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, a lot of discussion about the book was about whether or not you could really find his rich dad, some of the discussion about whether the principles were really, are really those that you could really build a business around. And some of that criticism or critique is legitimate. However, if you do that as a marketer, you're going to miss what I think is a key principle. Now, in some of his audios, buried deep in some discussion that he was having, he revealed the true nature and true purpose of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it wasn't necessarily to become a bestseller. It wasn't necessarily to teach financial literacy, right? They had a board game, and some of you have it. It's called Cash Flow 101. And I don't know if you've played this board game with your kids or other people, but that board game that I just showed you costs $200. Now, how do you sell a $200 board game? How do you sell people on the benefits of whether or not this is going to be worth their time? Who's going to pay $200 for a board game? Well, the people that bought the board game are the people who actually read the book. And the book was designed to market a very expensive board game and to get people's mind wrapped around the principles that they needed in order to pay that premium for the game. So what does that mean to you as a marketer? Well, it means this. If you are going to market your book, or if you're going to use your book for marketing, don't write it just to give to somebody. Write it with the intention that somebody, and trust me, it always happens, there's going to be somebody that's going to open up that book, download that rebook, and read it to see if you are who you say you are. Now, what does that mean? You want to structure that book so that it builds the desire for a premium service. You've got to bring people up to this idea that they need you in order to do their marketing. That the marketing they're doing, they don't necessarily have what it takes in this age of sophisticated social media. But you can use this book more than just a gift, or more than just, setting myself apart as an authority. That may work today, but is extremely short-term thinking. You got to write that book with this in mind. I want to build a desire for my services. That's the purpose of the book. That's what Robert Kiyosaki did, and it just so happened that the stories that he told were so good, they captivated people so well that what happened was it became a bestseller, and then he ended up selling more games than he could ever imagine. So I want you to keep that in mind as you begin your trek into 2013, and you're starting to talk about, well, I want to have a book written that's going to market me. Well, think long-term, think mid-term. Don't just think short-term that, man, I just want something with a cover that I can just say I've got my name on it. Listen, if you put a little bit of effort into this and you put a little bit of investment into this, you can have the same kind of effect that Robert Kiyosaki had selling this premium service. So with that, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Thanks. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.